here. Johnny finally getting out of his tent. He let Spec out a little while ago. So woke up only once, about 5:30 in the morning, or like maybe 5:20, and then actually she probably woke me up and then came back. And it was like I closed my eyes and then woke up. So right now I've got up early because I'm not sure how long this is going to take. I need to preheat the waffle maker, which is this bad boy. It weighs about 10 pounds. And I need to make them one at a time, so it's going to take a little bit. I'm going to steal Johnny's heel and ox chair, just because it makes things a little bit easier for me. But most importantly, we're getting that coffee going, and the coffee itself is here. Now this is my bag of mix, so all I have to do is add water to that. That's 3 cups of, I can't remember which brand, I think it's just Superstore, no name brand, pancake and waffle buttermilk mix. And then I add 2 cups of water to that. Johnny is emptying all the needles from his tent. It's a great thing about these small light tents. Hopefully getting things together here. Put the mix in this bowl right now. So I'm going to put a little oil in with the mix, just because sometimes it calls for that. And that may help it from sticking. Johnny's brought me over water. That's looking pretty good. Brought this baster. That's just got oil in the bottom. Might be too hot. All right, here goes nothing. Okay, I can tell right now that one doesn't have enough on it. So it's got to be on there 2 minutes, and then we flip it. Okay, I think we're ready for the first reveal. There's the maple syrup we have. I'm a little worried. Well, it didn't stick. That's the first time I've had it so it hasn't stuck. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, hey. Maybe it's that recipe. All the ones, I can tell you now, all the ones I made at home, all stuck. There you go, Johnny. Oh, look at that. Get your little head out of here.
Oh, I didn't. Whipped cream, yes.
Look at that. Oh, the whipped cream.
I got her. Oh, yeah, it hit me.
Your
little spot. Good.
Nice. Dave's came out fairly white. We want tanned. Oh, so Dave's going to get this one.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Oh, good, that's hot. I'll leave that and that will heat. Okay. Oh, Dave. That's more like it. Stuck a tiny bit.
Oh, very good. Look at that.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it's really like it's only the middle 2 rungs on that grate are really touching the rock, so I think that's why.
My turn to eat. Why not? I usually don't put whipped cream on, but we will. You just don't want to carry it back. All right, so we're just gearing up to head out. It's another cloudy, gray kind of day. I'm putting on the socks that have been drying for 3 days and are still wet to wear in my boots that have been drying for 3 days and are still wet. You want to go to the boat? We're gonna do a little bit of fishing across the way to Admiral, just because I caught a good one yesterday. Everyone's stuffed full of breakfast. The pancakes weren't as good as the waffles, so I didn't even film those. I mean, they were fine, they're just pancakes. The waffles were awesome. However, thoughts on the waffles. That cast iron maker is like 6-7 pounds maybe. I should weigh it. And it took about an hour to make 5 waffles, maybe a little less than that. But it's just not really a feasible breakfast, especially when you want to get up and get moving, because it's like 10:30. We're still not in the boats. So really good. Maybe better if you're not going with a lot of people. Maybe 1 or 2 people might be better. But then again, the weight, you almost want to have 2 of them. But they were still really good. Nice to try. It is warm, so I'm just going to throw a line out. Drag that behind the boat. Johnny and Dave are, as always, ahead of me, or behind me, because I never seem to be able to keep the same pace as everyone else. And we're going to start our GPS for the day. Away we go. Don't even need to put the audio on the camera because there's no wind to mess things up on me. Like all 3, actually there's 4 bumps there. All 4 of them have kind of a rocky face. And then when we come into this channel, I didn't notice it yesterday, but just beyond to the left of the camp, there's a rocky area too. It's a beautiful lake. So the water has consistently risen since we got here. So it's up about 6 inches to a foot overnight when we were walking the shoreline to go find a place to use the washroom. Yesterday we were able to walk it and not get wet. Today you had to go in the water to go along the shoreline to get around the trees. Not cool. It's not very forgiving on the boat. It's pretty aesthetically pleasing. Scared a bunch of little ducks off the shore here. That's what you're bred for, Tilly. What do you think? Go chase them? Ooh, they've all dove. Smart little buggers. They're gonna pop back up, pup? It's the waterfall that we're gonna come up. Just to the right of the bow of the boat. And that other mountain I was telling you about is to the left. We're about 2 kilometers in. Johnny's telling me that portage to this point was only 8 minutes. I think he's full of it. Felt like 25. This is the little pond. I thought it was gonna maybe trail off from this, but based on that, it's going still uphill. So Admiral must be an uphill lake. And then it goes out to this amazing little pond. And there's kind of waterfall all the way down. So I just checked my Garmin. Looks like we're more than halfway there. till they come. This is Admiral Lake. And this is a really cool little boat launch. We got quite a stiff outflow right to my right. Stuff everywhere. You don't want to be pulled down. It's not that fast. And Johnny and Dave are out there already. Now there are horse flies here. First time. Way goes. We're kind of at the bottom of the lake, and that would be the south. It goes further that way. It opens up quite a ways up there. Alright, I had to switch my audio because the wind is probably going to be blowing on the camera. But there is a neat little cabin down here at this end. Hopefully it's not too bright. You can see it. But there's also a bunch of boats, which always means that somewhere really close there's either a hiking trail in or maybe even a four-wheeler trail. Based on the size of the boats I'm seeing, I'm guessing four-wheeler trail, maybe even a truck. It's too bad. I was kind of thinking that this lake was going to be even harder to get to than Salmon River. Johnny says this is the portage down to Eel Pond at this end. So I don't know if you can see that. There's a ladder to the left-hand side. So I'm assuming people climb and then swim or dive. Let's get out of this little cove. The bugs are bad down here. Beautiful day. If the weather stays like this, we're gonna have a nice paddle today. This tiny island isn't even on my map, which is interesting because it shows that there's a lot of them. And by map, I mean my Garmin. So we'll probably come down back the left side. That will maybe shield us a bit from the wind on the way back. If the wind comes up, I mean, it's pretty darn flat right now. Just look at the cliffs on the side of this rock face in front of me here. Mountain, I guess. Very impressive. Kind of dead ahead of the boat right now is the biggest one. Just sheer overhangs. I think, Pop, you having a nice time up there? Huh? You having a nice time? A little warm, isn't it? Just on the hunt for a place to swim and eat. It's so nice to have sun though. It's funny, as soon as we got into this lake, the sun came out. Strong. I wonder if Salmon River Lake has got its own little microclimate. Literally never sunny. I hadn't planned on videoing it, but can you see that massive cliff face there? Isn't that something? That's to the northeast of the lake. Doesn't look like they have any shade for us. Sit. Okay, well, we decided that that was not very shaded. Actually, it may be tough to find shade in this spot, so Okay, good girl. Okay, well, made it to this little camp location, which is this tiny island. It's back there. Tilly's found her entertainment. Now Specca tried to swim across with us, and Johnny called her back, said, "Nope, Specca, you can't go." But then she won't get in the boat. So I'll see if I can zoom in on her. There she is, swimming along. All right, this is going to be a good spot, I think. What do you think, pup? Yeah, because we got shade through my boat there. We're surrounded by water. There's lots of places to swim. What a great cabin this fella's got. Or lady. Does have a porch. I don't think we're going to need that. It's got kind of everything you need. Screen door, books. It's got power. Have a peek. What's in there? Oh my, it's quite nice. Quite nice. Whoa, she's gonna be exhausted. Here she comes, pupper. She's earned her meal. Yeah, how was that? You got us. Johnny, she's some wobbly. Oh yeah. Her whole back legs are just rubber. Why don't you lay down there, Speckle? Nice. We are, where are we? We're at an island. How many K in, did you say, Dave? 7? 7.5 kilometers, 2 hours of travel. We found a nice shaded spot here. Hi, pupper. Gonna have burrito that I had on day 1. Just filtering water in behind you there. Johnny's just on the other side of the camera eating his burrito. I'm gonna start boiling up here shortly as soon as my water's ready. Go on.
So if anybody was,
Johnny and I said on the camera last night before we went to bed, I was probably too full for dessert. Then Johnny and I both forgot about it, and Dave just didn't say a word. And he let us go to bed without dessert. But he's redeemed himself. We don't know what it is, but it looks good. Some kind of brownie. Thanks, Dave.
Cole, Becca's like, I'm not going in the water again.
She's done. Water is done for her.
There are some spots.
what's that?
Good girl, Mikey.
Yeah? You going back in now? You're definitely...
Oh, you just flushed his stink out of him.
Just finished up a really, really nice swim. Johnny and Dave are going to go explore the north side of the lake. Tilly and I are going to be more conservative, and we're going to explore the west side of the lake and follow just the shoreline all the way back down to the to the portage. Yeah, that one. Yep. Oh, girl. So we are going through this little island spot right now. Not sure if you'll be able to see this or not. So I'm going around this island to hit the other shore, then go back to the bottom. So on the Garmin, up is north and down is south. Kind of makes it fairly easy to navigate, like especially when it's a place you've never been before. I love just drifting past these massive boulders. Let's get you a little closer. Massive piece of granite. We'll have to be careful in here because this little channel could house some underwater boulders on us. We were searching before we came here. We really had a hard time finding any maps like with the portage routes on it. I actually had to, when we Googled it, it came up with a northern scavenger video. If you follow my channel, you probably are aware of Northern Scavenger. It's just a group of Canadian guys that do a lot of really cool trips. And this was one of them. Now they do a lot more labor-intensive trips usually. Whereas ours are typically, we get out here, we work hard for a certain period of time, but we kind of focus more on relaxing. I tell you, bushwhacking that first day in that pouring rain, ooh, especially when we thought that's how we were going to have to get to it. We thought it'd just grown over. Ew, that would have been a day. I think we would have made it to that first tiny pond and been like, nope, camp there. Well, how cool is this little channel here? That's an island off to my left. Well, I'm going to try to run it through. I guess if that line gets hooked up, then it does. Worry about it then. Okay. Let's go. All right, well, Tilly and I have stopped by this waterfall here, and we've got the portage done. All of our stuff's here, but we're going to go back up and help Johnny and Dave. Hopefully we get there in time. They were doing more paddling than us, so they're probably at the top by now, and I'll just grab whatever gear I can from them. And if they're not there, they have to figure something out. So anyway, I see the lens is fogging up for some reason. Oh, there it goes. It's humid here. Anyway, we're going to get going. Behind me, filtering some water there for when I get back. All right, this is the only real one that causes us any issues, so let's get rid of it. Whew. And we're all back together. Looks like Johnny's trying his hand at some fishing. What do you know? It's even sunny with blue skies on this side. She tries to bite the fish. Look. Ha! All loaded up. Back in. We are Salmon River Lake. There's the fellas. Johnny's still trying to catch something. We're going to try to keep Specca from following this time. Tilly and I are going to get going. we're always a little slower paddling, so I think it's good that we tend to do our own things when we come out on these trips. Because I don't want to be holding Johnny back, and I think he likes doing his own thing too. Okay, I'm going to show you that rock face that I was talking about before. Look at that. Hello. Okay. All right, you're looking down the lake right now. Our campsite's off to the left. And this is where I caught that fish yesterday, but I don't think I'm gonna troll today. I'll let Johnny and Dave do it. They've got the same lure as me pretty much, so we'll see if they grab something like it anyway. There you go. Full view of Salmon River Lake. I'd put my solar panel out before we left. Unfortunately, the tree I picked, which Johnny said I should have put it on the ground so that more sun could get to it, which wasn't a bad idea, except for I was worried about the water getting on it. However, that's not the problem. The tree I picked isn't in the sun, so I'm gonna have to shuffle it down. Who knows, it might have just happened though. It's coming in pretty hot, but I'll show you where it is. It's gonna be straight in front of the boat. Now, so I'll move that out of the way. Yeah, that's the solar panel. That's the solar panel. Here we are. We made it, pup. What a beautiful day. I think I'm gonna swim right from shore, even though there's some of those leeches lurking. Let's get in here. Okay. Good pupper. Good pupper.